Okay, welcome to book club. We are starting on page 34. I'll set my timer. 10 minutes. There we go. Okay. So we were talking about personal development and how important that is. That's where we left off. Okay. As you prepare to become an empowered entrepreneur, I want to ask you, what are your attitudes about success? What are you saying about yourself or your team daily? What are you thinking? Your thoughts become your words become your actions determine your outcome. Much of our success boils down to our belief in our company, in our profession, and of course, in ourselves. This is just like what Jody Moore and Brooke Castillo teach, right? The CTFAR thing. This is why daily personal and professional development is the key. Invest in yourself, invest in your team's dream, speak life into them, and increase their self-esteem by teaching personal development as much as you teach the professional development skills. I love the story of A.L. Williams in the book Pushing People Up. He was a high school coach who had a dream to create unlimited opportunity and to help ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. He took a bunch of teachers and coaches and created a network marketing company that sold life insurance. By the 7th year, they sold more term life insurance than New York Life, Metropolitan, and Prudential combined, which were more than a century old. How? He did it through boosting up people's self-confidence. This illustrates personal development at its finest. Ask yourself, what type of culture do I want to create on my team? Culture begins with you, and it starts today. Your words and your actions will duplicate down to your team, and a leader is only as good as his or her team. Grow yourself, and your team will grow. Be the leader they're looking for. True leaders can cast a vision, and they know where they are going. How do they know where they're going? They plan for it, and they communicate it to their team. What are your plans for you and your team? Where do you want to take them? Have you shared your vision with them? I feel like that paragraph is what Brooke and Emily are so good at, casting the vision, motivating, building us up, writing out the goals, breaking it down into tiny little chunks. So good. Shannon, do you want to read the next part?
Okay. Making your dream a reality. One of the most important exercises you can do as you begin your business is to identify your reason why. What is driving you emotionally to develop a successful business? Your why is your long-term vision for success in your business. How can you know the route to take if you don't know where you're going? How can you bring others with you? Let me ask a few questions. If time and money were no issue, how would your life look? Where would you live? What would you drive? What would you do with your time? Would you have any debt? In other words, what will a successful business do for your life, your family's life, and your lifestyle? I want you to clearly write down why you are doing your business. The more specific, the more powerful it will be. Make it compelling so it causes you to find the time, face your fears, and persevere. Is your reason why to have a college fund for your children, to pay off debt, to buy your dream home, to become more self-reliant, or are you funding your retirement? For me, I wanted to start a foundation for women and children that I would fund through my business. One of the things that I did when I started my network marketing business was create my reason why. I remember working with one of my mentors who asked me, Sarah, what's your reason why? I told her, I want to start a foundation for children that is fully funded through my network marketing business. It will provide housing, teaching, and training for mothers and a camp for kids. Impressed, she asked, and how much will that cost? Millions, I told her. She proceeded to ask, and how does that feel? I have to admit, it's overwhelming, I said. You see, my why was so big that at times, instead of serving as a motivator, it would demotivate me. I was so overwhelmed by my big dream that I often felt defeated, which is why it was easy for me to want to quit when I got discouraged. I never really felt like it would be possible to realize my dream. So then she then gave me the best advice to break down my reason why into achievable goals so I could celebrate small successes on the way to my dream. I started a separate bank account, which would allow me to put aside a portion of my check each month and do something nice for a family in need. As my checks grew, so did the impact we were able to have on others. We sent a mom's young boys to a fine arts camp. We covered medical bills. We built a few ramps for people with physical impairments. We provided holidays to families in need. We traveled to India to help open up orphanages, and we were able to give money to many causes that tugged at our hearts. Now I was motivated. Now I was being driven by my dreams.
Oh, I love that. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's one of your really big goals, Shannon? Like one of your big whys that seems unachievable.
Well, to finish my house and have landscaping done in our yard.
Okay, so what's one thing you can do every day to make that happen?
Well, I continue to work in my yard.
That's good. So maybe you could like set aside a time every day, like 1 hour or something, where you're like, I'm going to, you know, I don't know, whatever it is. Like you can make, you know that call that you watched that was Brooke Castillo's, or was it podcast, where she talked about the slowing down to speed up?
Yeah.
That goal one where you like write down the big goal and then you write down all the little things. You could do that and then break it down into tiny little things and then, you know, be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this for an hour a day. And then eventually it happened. I think we forget that we can do it in small chunks every day. I know
Right.
for me, like my big one is like being 100% out of debt. And I can do that if I paid like, you know, $1 a day to debt, or you know what I mean? Like that doesn't seem scary to me. $1 a day is doable. But I just
Yeah.
had to say that right then because that's so important to put it into practice. Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. I've heard people in this profession say that your why should make you cry. What that means is that your why should move you emotionally and keep you enthusiastic about this business during the ups and downs that any entrepreneur can face. It helps you discipline your disappointments, not deviate from your mission, and it keeps you driven by your dream. Everyone has ups and downs, challenges and achievements, disappointments and success. When you are clear about your reason why, you will continue to be driven by your dream rather than fueled by disappointments. After this chapter, please stop and take the time, I'm talking a few hours, and write down your reason why. Most people skip over this step, but I can promise you it is the most important. Craft a compelling vision for your future like a movie, as if it were happening in present tense. Don't use wimpy words like I wish, use strong words like I am. Don't lead with negative phrases like I am no longer shy. Make strong positive proclamations like I am confident. Include the senses and describe your vision. What does your life look like? Your family, your future, your home, your business. Map out excuse me, all the people, places, and things that are important to you. Touch on every area of your life. You will know you've accomplished the task when you read it and it motivates and moves you. When you've completed this, I want you to share it with someone, whether it be your spouse or significant other, supporters in life, or your sponsor in the business. Remember that anything is possible if your reason why is big enough.
Yes, so good. That is so huge. So, if you're watching this recording, sit down and write down your why right now.
I was going to say, should we report on that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Like, have everybody write down their statements and reasons and then report on it, or if they feel like sharing it, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's always good for those of us who have written down our why a million times, it's still good to refresh and make sure that's still our why and that we're like working towards it every day.
And maybe break it down, like you said, so that
Mm.
it seems less challenging.
Yep. Okay, I think the next part will help too. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Oh, it's a teaser for tomorrow because that's the timer. But it's true. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So our big elephants, whether they be our business goals or our dreams that we're making happen with our business goals, then we can do it one bite at a time, right?
Yeah.
Yay. That was a good one. Yeah, in 10 minutes. You can get so much out of 10 minutes, huh?
Yeah. Awesome.